Once upon a time, there was the Big Bang. This is how life eventually arose from nothing and yet out of everything. A cell that we cannot perceive with the naked eye, and yet filled with the complete intelligence of the entire universe. To better understand the biological laws of nature, it's important to know the evolutionary development of the tissue system on which biological programs are based. The mainstream medical world calls these tissues embryonic germ layers, which arise soon after conception. From these germ layers, all tissues of the body are built and connect our brain parts to the corresponding organs. Hidden in these different germ layers is the evolution of humanity, from the single cellular to today's version of humans and animals. We have slowly crawled from the sea as a ring-shaped fish to the land. So our bodies still share biological survival programs with animals. Therefore, it's important that we learn to think biologically. In the beginning, billions of years ago, we lived as cellular ring-shaped creatures in the sea, where water, food, oxygen, and reproduction of the species were the main needs. The endoderm was the corresponding germ layer and had to deal with the so-called morsel conflicts to properly digest food. It became a little too crowded in the sea, and the single-celled species developed via a multitude of little fish to reptiles that slowly discovered land as well. At this stage of development, it became important to protect itself from sharp rocks as well as from sunlight. And so the skin was created, consisting of the old mesoderm and thereby responding to attack conflicts. Slowly we started getting around more and more, discovering ourselves in relation to the world. This is when the new mesoderm was developed with its associated muscles, bones and tendons to grasp and walk. Based on this tissue are the self-esteem conflicts related to movement and actions we are unwilling or unable to do. It became increasingly important for survival to work together, and so mammals evolved that lived in packs as eventually did humans. For development and survival, it became increasingly important to occupy the right place relative to the pack. Working together and following the alpha were in those times vital. Being rejected from the pack meant death at this stage of development. The ectoderm supports us in these separation and territorial conflicts. All these phases of development and the associated survival programming helped human and animal survive. We are now evolving to the next stage of development and make the circle round again with a united consciousness. But before that, we will first have to live through all these primal conflicts stored in our cells in order to transform them. We are living in a cleansing and clearing era, and for that we are invited to let go of everything: our beliefs, our behaviors, and our fears. We are inspired by life to see past the illusion, to die a little death in order to be born in freedom, so that we can intimately connect to nature and our bodies, to express our unique essence in paradise on earth.